All right, hi there. How's everybody doing? Beautiful day. Finally, summer has arrived in the mountains. You can see the beard's getting a little longer. Only a few more days. Got to trim it down one or two more times before we start the big grow for the winter. Yeah, so I hope you're all doing great wherever and whenever you are. What I wanted to talk about today was how do you transfer your mentality when you're alone into the regular world. Because I don't know about you guys, but when I'm sitting here by myself, nobody else is around, I've got no big chores or tasks to do, I can just sit down and focus. I'm I feel like I'm a lot clearer in my mind, in that I can look at my actions and I can observe them and I can decide whether or not that was a good decision that I would make again, or hey, we probably should have done things differently. So, how do we get that mentality into the regular real world, the matrix, whatever you call it, reality, um, where a lot of times you get out there and you feel like you're just bumping around on autopilot? Um, he's an old mystic philosopher. His name was Gurdjieff. He said that all people are automatons, meaning you just go through your actions. You're completely um, at the mercy of cause and effect. So the sun comes out, you get hot, you take off your jacket. It goes behind a cloud, the breeze kicked up, you put your jacket back on. Um, that is your free will to make that decision, but you were almost entirely influenced by your surroundings and the setting that you find yourself in. So you could leave your jacket on when it's hot and be hot and not care about the cause and effect, but you're going to get hot, and that kind of goes against your own self interests. And like, why would you do that? You're going to want to probably take your jacket off and get hot. I remember I used to read this old nursery rhyme to my kids that was um, the breeze, the wind, and the sun were having an argument about who was more powerful. So they agree to do a contest, and they're like, okay, let's see who's stronger. I bet you that I can get that guy to take his jacket off before you can, the sun said to the wind. And the wind agreed and said, I am strong. I'm going to blow that guy's jacket off, and he is going to do what I want. So the wind starts blowing as hard as he can. He blows and he blows, and the man just holds his jacket hard, more firmly towards him. Harder and harder he holds it, and finally the wind gives up. I can't do it. I can't get that guy to take his jacket off. No matter what I do, he just holds it tighter. So the sun kind of smiles at him and says, "Okay, it's my turn." And then he goes and he just starts shining brighter and brighter and hotter and hotter, and the man starts to sweat, and soon enough takes his jacket off, throws it over his shoulder, and the son looks at the wind. He's like, I win. So it's not always how you do it. Anyway, so we kind of got off on a little tangent there, but that is a fun story. But so anyway, how do we get our consciousness when we're alone out into the world, when you're just bumping around on autopilot? And um, it's not a very easy thing to do. It'll take you a long time to do it, even if you do work at it consciously every day. So a couple things that I like to do is I'll try to observe my behavior after the fact. So at the end of the day, or even just right after an event has happened, I'll look back at it and I'll be I'll just observe what I think I should have done versus what I actually did. And sometimes they're good, and I give myself a pat on the back for making a good decision and handling something well. And sometimes I'm like, oh, we messed up. We probably should have done this. Um, find ourselves in that situation again, maybe we'll behave differently. Um, so I've noticed I'll try to, almost like the conscience in Pinocchio, the little voice sitting on your shoulder. Um, Something will come up that would kind of irk me. I'm trying to get in the habit of having that little voice pop up and say, um, it doesn't really matter. You really think that matters? Is that going to change anything? Like, just let that go. It's not gonna. It's not important. Um, so once you do that over and over again over an extended period of time, you get better at it, and you start to eliminate some of these hardwired, ingrained behaviors that um, you walk out in the world and there's all the sights and sounds and actions and people and so many things to look at. You'll forget about a lot of those things that you had wanted to do, like be calm in a bad situation, or just to let things go and not let the little things bother you. You see a lot of people walking around, they're very angry all the time because the smallest thing didn't go their way. Oh, the light turned red right before you got there, and they'll freak out. And I have been, and I'm still guilty of that myself. But we try to get better, and every day is a new challenge and a new opportunity to do our best and to make strides and become better. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. Just a couple quick tips and pointers and some things to look at and think about. So let me know what you think. Hopefully we'll start to make some more videos over the next week and a half. Finally get some time off out of a busy work schedule. Uh, Working a regular job is still, even though it's not quite a regular job, but working any sort of job gets in the way of all sorts of other things. So, well, what are you going to do? All right, anyway, we'll talk to you later.